Right, just got checked out the last time. Thank you.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need.
Good morning, fellow travelers. This is Ken, and welcome to my channel, Ken Travels 360. Finally, it's a disembarkation day of the Antarctica cruise. I can't believe the last 11 days have passed so quickly, and finally all this is finished. We made our way up to the observatory deck, as we couldn't resist taking one last look. The morning bestowed us with the rare sunshine in Ushuaia, and the panoramic view before me was breathtaking. I felt a medley of emotions as I took it all in: gratitude for a successful Antarctic cruise, sadness at the thought of leaving, but also excitement for the adventures still to come. Nonetheless, I'm delighted to share that we have plans to board another PONANT vessel soon, and not just any ship, but their newest luxurious icebreaker, Le Commandant Charcot. I look forward to sharing my experience with you through vlogs and ship tours videos. So it's time to disembark. Right, just got checked out the last time. Thank you. Thank you, bye. So that's it, we have disembarked the ship. We're now gonna go onto this shuttle and we'll leave our hand baggage here, and it will take us to the airport after we have walked around the town for a couple of hours. This is the Ushuaia Fin del Mundo sign. Everybody who comes here takes a picture of this. Nearby, you will find lots of little huts. They are local tour companies selling Beagle Channel's cruises, many of them visiting Puerto Williams on the Chilean side. As we begin to walk away, we come across the monumental Antigua's Pobladores de Ushuaia. This striking white stone monument pays homage to the pioneer settlers of Ushuaia, and its design resembles an albatross with its wings outstretched, symbolically protecting the settlers. It's a beautiful tribute to the early settlers who built this community from the ground up. Next, we find an obelisk here. It commemorates the incorporation of Tierra del Fuego and Ushuaia into Argentina in 1884, when Commodore Augusto Lacerre raised the Argentine flag here for the first time. The other year on the monument, 1934, was a significant year in Ushuaia's history, as that's when they inaugurated Presidio de Ushuaia, a prison complex located on the outskirts of the city. For years, Ushuaia was basically a penal colony where forced convicted labor was used for developing the city. The prison is now a museum, and we'll visit it later. This is the Ushuaia city train. It's modeled after a prisoner train back in the days of a penal colony. Oh, choo-choo! On the other side of the street, you will find the late 19th century Antigua Casa de Gobierno, originally the governor's house before being used by the local government. They have restored it to reflect its original use and is now a tourist attraction. This is the front of the Casa de Gobierno. This mural was painted by a local artist named Marcelo Rojas in 2014. And it depicts a group of penguins walking towards the horizon with a sign showing the end of the world. It's become a popular attraction for tourists. Behind me is a very interestingly decorated restaurant called La Cantina del Freddy. From the design, you can tell it serves crabs. The other side is the post office, and outside there is a mural with prisoners. Finally, we visited the Museo Maritimo y Presidio. This is the must-see attraction in Ushuaia if you are interested in its history. This boat behind me is nicknamed Choo 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 Choo. So the admission cost of this museum is quite expensive, about $20. But since we are here, it's not like every day we get to be in Ushuaia. We decided to pay for it and go see anyway. As you enter, you start off at Wing 4. The cells here have gory details of the notorious criminals who occupied them, and details of prison life. Here, this is the presidential order signed by Perón to close down this prison. Upstairs, you can find displays about Antarctica and the history of its exploration, as well as prisons around the world. From Wing 4, we got to the central hall. Here, we can see the entrance to the other 4 wings of this prison. Out of all these pavilions, 4 of them are open. Here, pavilion number 2 is the art gallery. There are lots of penguins that are dressed in different colors. This penguin must have been decorated following Argentina's World Cup win. Next, we have Pavilion 3, which serves as the gift shop and temporary exhibits hall. In the gift shop, the clothes are modeled on penguin mannequin. The exhibits here told of the story of how the native tribes like Yagan didn't wear clothes but used fire to keep themselves warm. The Spanish, when they arrived, took pity on them and gave them second-hand clothes. However, this act of charity proved catastrophic, as it brought diseases that nearly decimated their population. Right now, we're in Pavilion 1, the historic prison. Here, the prison has been restored to its original condition, with unheated and bare cells, giving you a glimpse into the brutal reality that the prisoners had to endure back in the days when Ushuaia was a penal colony. You can almost feel the oppressive atmosphere that must have pervaded every corner of the prison. It's very atmospheric in here. As you walk through the dimly lit corridors, you can see the small claustrophobic cells, some of them holding multiple prisoners with just a small window to let in a ray of light. You can almost hear the echoes of the inmates' footsteps as they trudge through the corridors day in and day out. Here, you can see the communal toilets and showers that were used by the inmates. Of course, these facilities were often overcrowded and unsanitary, contributing to the spread of diseases and other health issues. Right, we have finished with the whole museum, and it's now time to return to our coach to be transferred to the airport. So we just arrived at Ushuaia airport and we got our luggage check-in. My luggage was actually a little bit overweight, 25 kilo, and they wouldn't accept it. And I have to take out a few things and squash it into my hand carry. And then they weighed my hand carry, and it was luckily just exactly at 8 kilo, above which they will probably have given me trouble again. Anyway, everything checked in and we'll now go through security. So we're about to board the Aerolíneas Argentina flight. We're actually all on board 1 hour before departure. That's almost never heard of. I'm hoping we will actually leave early and get to Buenos Aires much earlier. After all, the whole flight is chartered, so there shouldn't be any last-minute passengers turning up. So the flight is actually leaving half an hour early. If you have been enjoying this video, it will mean a lot if you could give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button with notifications turned on so you never miss another video release from me. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, we just taken off and we have left Ushuaia now. This is the city that I never expected to return after a previous visit many years ago, but we did, so you never know. So the lunch has just been served. Just like the outbound flight, the food is actually pretty substantial. Remember, this is economy. So we've got a wrap and some salad there, and there's a little pie as a dessert. There's a bread roll and soft drinks. So remember on the outbound Aerolíneas Argentinas flight, I said the in-flight food was quite okay. Well, I take it back. Today is terrible. There was a muffin type of object, but it tastes a bit savory. It's like cheese, but it's like it's not totally unfrozen yet, and it has this weird taste. And the rest of the stuff is really crappy. We'll be landing really soon. So we just landed, and we are arriving by bus gate again. So we got the cab this time using Cabify. It was really easy to use again, and by the time most people got into the taxi queue, we already got a car waiting for us, and we were ready to go to our hotel. It was really convenient, and what's more, the price is probably half of the official cab price as well. We just got to the hotel. This is Anselmo Hotel, Curio Collection by Hilton. It's the same one as last time. The reason we chose exactly the same one is that we could leave our luggage here, the one that we need for the next few days but not needed in the Antarctica. That was really convenient. So we both have been needing a haircut really, but we have put off it because we had this Antarctica cruise and didn't really fancy short hair. So now that the cruise is over, we're just going to a barber shop to try to get a haircut in Spanish. Let's see what will happen afterwards. So we have looked up the phrases to how to order a haircut, but whether that will actually work, I don't know. But what is the worst that could happen, right? So I should be next, and I hope I have got enough Spanish or sign language. So I just had my hair cut. It's a skin fade and it looks really good. So it's always a bit of an adventure to try to get a haircut in a country where you can't even speak the language. But we try a little bit of Spanish, a bit of sign language, and it worked out really fine. I think it's the best haircut I've had for a while. It's really smooth. With a good haircut done, it's time to wrap up this video. I hope you find it enjoyable. Stay tuned for the next episode of our adventure as we venture into Bariloche, where we'll be exploring the beautiful Argentine Lake District. Thanks for watching. Ciao!